Deep scrub and recoat is a term we use when cleaning a floor that's been stripped and waxed but needs a bit of a facelift. In this case, the floor has recently been stripped and waxed, but there was some construction done, and the customer requested a revisit to remove the boot prints and the discoloration on the vinyl composite tile, also known as VCT. My job is to remove the glue where the new tiles were placed in the shower area and to go over the areas where there's some obvious wear on the floor and bring it back to its original shine. It's important to note that this work carries a risk of slip and fall. When water and a chemical is applied to the floor, it becomes very slippery. So be sure to wear the proper footwear and to be careful as if it were ice. I've seen people wipe out spectacularly on VCT, so take precautions and avoid injury. There are two products that I'll be using today. One is called Tough Scrub, used for deep cleaning the VCT, and the other is called Duragloss, a proprietary name for a liquid acrylic floor finish. I use these products exclusively by Sani Labs because they're well priced and excellent for the purposes intended. Just going to show you the condition of the floor at the moment, and it's got some rust on it from the lockers that were in a different position before, and the floor is quite worn in different places, so I'm going to try to bring that up a little bit, get rid of some of this gunk that's on the floor now, and it should look a lot better by the time I'm finished, which will be in another hour. I have all of these tools here to use as well. So I've got my vacuum, I've got a couple of fans, my scrubber, and over here, my mop and pail, and all the usual things that we need to do the job with. The machine that I'm going to be using is this Clark 2-speed. It's a buffer as well as a scrubber, and I use that for a number of different things. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be deep cleaning this floor. It's already been stripped and waxed a little while ago, but the customer has asked us to come back and to do a deep clean, put another couple of coats on. There's been some construction work here. So okay, I've added about 250 milliliters of product, the chemical, to the water, and I've got about, say, 5 liters of water in the pail right now. So that's a pretty good solution, and I'm going to begin now to put it on the floor, let it do its work, and then I'm going to come back and agitate it. Part of doing this work is to make sure that the floor is completely cleaned after you're finished scrubbing. So it's really important to get clean water in a mop and pail and go over the floor one more time, if not twice, and collect all the residue that's on the floor. Otherwise, when you do the waxing, then that's going to get trapped underneath and it won't look like a great job. See what I mean? You can see the haze on the floor where it's still a bit dampish, but there's definitely a residue that's been left after the scrubbing. So when you're using the flat mop to apply the finish to the floor, try to be careful to make an even coat on the floor, as even as possible. Sometimes when you're doing that, you'll find afterwards that you missed a spot, and like a little triangle or something along the edge of a desk or something like that. Don't worry about it, just keep on going, and after it's dry, come back and do that area again. Okay, so I'm going to begin now to put some wax on the floor, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'll get started right now. So the idea when you're doing this is to put an even spread on the floor. Try not to miss, rather, the little triangles on the So that took about 2.5 hours, start to finish. And I think that the job went very well. I think that there are some things that I didn't include in this demonstration, but once you get going and doing this kind of work, you'll find that you find shortcuts and you find ways to economize and try to make the job go as smoothly as possible. So I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching.